I went to sleep on it. After I looked at the video, went to sleep on it. I felt like it was too emotionally charged. Not to say I was crying or nothing, but yeah, I'm just trying to really focus on the content and what I'm trying to put out there. So I'm redoing it. Good morning. It is July 13th, Tuesday morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, man. So yesterday I posted on my Facebook about making a video about co-parenting with a vindictive parent. And being somebody that has, I'm getting experience in this every day. I'm experiencing it every day. That's my real life. It's vindictive parenting with a vindictive person. I will say, man, it's not easy.
Salute, spitting fire in the building.
By far one of the most challenging things that I've ever had to do was co-parent with a bitter and vindictive person.
Salute, I see you.
What makes it challenging is because outside of your normal reaction to somebody that's doing messed up stuff to you, just because they're hurt or for whatever the reason may be, your normal reaction is to, you know what I'm saying, make it stop, hit the stop button. And
so just real quick, hey, salute to everybody. I'm hoping that you guys are having a phenomenal day. If you got a couple minutes, please rock with me. We're talking about a subject that is near and dear to a lot of our hearts, especially as parents, as co-parents, as men, and as women. Reggie, I see you. Somebody sent me this clip of a guy called Trippin' with Trip. That's Trippin', Trippin with Trip. New YouTuber, y'all guys go and check him out. Seems like a cool guy. He said some things in his video that I wanted to share with you guys and give my commentary about. So I'm gonna be pausing it as he's talking. So we're gonna listen in and then we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, rock out. Crystal Renee, I see you. Let's listen to what he had to say.
When I'm saying hit the stop button, that could very well so mean being vindictive and bitter towards a person, doing something to them that's gonna cause them the same effect that they're causing on you. But you can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't be that way because all you're doing is exchanging negative energy for negative energy. So when you exchange negative for negative, you can expect to get negative. You can expect negative energy in return. So me personally, I try to stay away from that, exchanging negative energy, especially after the last situation kicked off. The thing that triggered me to get into this space with that energy and just to really want to talk about co-parenting with a vindictive person is the fact that with it being July, a lot of people are probably like a month out from school starting next month in August. And so I was just thinking like, dang, I'm a month out from school. My oldest son, he's about to go to the 6th grade. That's his first day of middle school. And I was like, dang.
Hey, did Trip just say that's his first day of little school? I never heard nobody say that's his first day of little, like preschool or middle school, but middle school, I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Now tell me what y'all think.
Go out of my way to figure out a way to let my son know that I'm here for him on his first day of middle school. Because what I don't want any more missed opportunities with my kids.
Nice.
That was definitely one of my goals for 2021 was no missed opportunities with them, to be there for them, to show them that I'm here, especially now that I'm closer to them. And now that I live in the same city as them now. One of my goals is to take every opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, be there for them and show them that, hey, I'm here.
Okay.
And that included me going to their school, eating lunch with them, anything I can while I don't have them to let them know that, you know, you got a dad that cares.
That's what's
you
up.
got a dad that's here.
That's what's up.
However, I also have a co-parent that's gonna do anything that she can to make sure that I miss an opportunity, like not inform me of opportunities. Like one of the things that's really just struck a nerve with me was he graduated.
Hold on, Trip. Hold on, Trip. Let me say something. Tag me in, Trip. Tag me. Tag me in. Okay, listen, this is not just men versus women, women versus men. We're just talking about parents in general. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was a big advocate of stop making excuses. There is nothing nobody can do to keep you away from your kids. Stop being a punk bitch. Men need to be men, women need to be women, co-parenting need to happen regardless. There is no excuses, and I found out differently. I found out that, yes, let me tell you something. I was a non-commissioned officer in the military. I was a warrant officer in the military. But when I had soldiers directly, I had soldiers, male soldiers, coming into my office, crying their eyes out, bawling from early in the morning to late in the evening. I'm like, I'm ready to go home, you know, get out the uniform, go get a beer or something. Hey, Saul, can I talk to you? It wasn't funny then. I'm just saying now. It wasn't funny, y'all. Then I'm saying, he's like, oh, he's a savage. So they come in and I'm like, hey, what's the problem? Hey, you know, my girlfriend or my wife, they won't let me see my son. You know, and I was always under the impression, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how are they stopping you from seeing your kid? What are they doing to stop you from seeing your kid? It's no excuses. It's no excuses. Yeah, I was Derrick Jackson. I was like, there is no excuses. And then when you listen to the story, when you listen to the details, you come to find out that it is excuses, but it's reasonable excuses. Hey man, every time I go over there, she calls the police on me. Even when it's time for me to pick up my kid, you know, she's not around. When I go get my kid, she's telling me I got to bring my kid back or she gonna call the police. Like, damn, that's fucked up. But when we say it's no excuses, there's no way that person can be stopping you from going to see your kid. And I used to be one of those people, like, there's no excuses. And I know that there's a lot of people out there right now. It's like, well, if you really want to go do this and you really want to go do that. But I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. The other parent, the custodial parent, the person that has the child, whether male or female, people can make it difficult for you. They can make it real difficult for you to go see your child or when you have your child. That's just the reality of it. And I think that a lot of people, either if you've never been through that, or you just don't, you can't fathom how difficult it is to be with your son or daughter and have the other co-parent provide blockades. So whether that's calling the police, whether that's trying to get people to fight you, whether that's disrespecting you, whatever the situation is, you can't fathom how difficult being a co-parent is with a vindictive person, whether male or female. I'm gonna let Trip talk a little bit.
She like had a whole graduation and everything, and I wasn't told about anything. Like, of course, my son.
I be trolling you, right?
It ain't a big deal.
You're right.
Like,
Collateral.
Yep.
Yep.
I had a fifth grade graduation, and the funny part about it was, on the day of his graduation, I ended up popping up at his school anyway, just on a random, you know what I'm saying? Let me go see what they're doing at school, just to let them know that I'm here. And I actually end up going to the school an hour after the graduation. And he's like, yeah, Dad, you're late for the graduation. Graduation? Why you ain't telling me this the other day when you talked to me? Oh, I forgot. And I really couldn't be mad at him because, I mean, he's a kid. Like, he's not worried about.
So as this conversation unfolds, there are going to be a lot of things that I say. I may piss some people off. It is what it is. This is what I do as tough love. But the fact of the matter is, if you are a fucking parent, if you are a parent and you're not letting the other parent know about special events, doctor's appointments, things that's going on with that particular child that you have with another person, you are dead ass wrong. I don't care if you're male, female, black, white, green, pink, purple. I don't care. You're dead ass wrong. And I'm going to tell you the issue that I have with a lot of co-parents like this, right? With vindictive parents or whatever. A lot of times, the people that's around you instead of checking you and holding you accountable, telling you as an adult, that's not what adults do. As a man or a woman, that's not what they do, or not what you're supposed to do. Can you imagine going to your child's school randomly, like, hey, I'm gonna pop up on my child, and they say, well, you missed my graduation. Where were you at? I didn't know it was a graduation. So here's the thought process. Why wouldn't the other parent tell the non-custodial parent that there is a graduation going on, that there's a special event going on? But these would be the same people that run the social media and call the other parent a deadbeat, say that the other parent don't want to be in the child's life, that's force feeding the child, telling the child that the other parent don't care about them, and they'll use examples just like the one that Tripp just gave. Hey, I didn't know about a graduation. And like he said, I'm not going to hold my child responsible for something a parent should be telling me. I'm going to let this thing rock out. I'll see y'all in the comments. I'm reading these comments.
He's just trying to get it over with, trying to get it out the way. But there was no communication from the other parent at all. And you know what I'm saying, how I feel about my kids. You know I'm coming. There was nothing that would have stopped me from being at that graduation.
Wow.
But it is what it is, man. Behind every vindictive and bitter parent, co-parent, there is a gang or a circle or a group of experienced vindictive and bitter people putting stuff in their ear. So I found that out firsthand just from, because the person I was with, co-parenting with, married to, she wasn't like that initially. She wasn't like that, and we did our thing, we split. And I guess, you know what I'm saying, she went back to her tribe of vindictive and bitter people. And it was pretty much the game.
It's her tribe.
The game that she was given it sounded, I guess, it sounded like the thing to do because she was hurt. She wanted to make me hurt. And people like that are going to take every opportunity they can to make you feel, you know what I'm saying, like you did the wrong thing or to hurt you in return. And it's very well noticeable. The only thing you can do is
Tripp. I hear you, Tripp. I told you I was going to respond to you. I want Spitfire to respond to this as well. I tagged a couple people, whatever. I tagged some big names because I really want to get this whole conversation out there. And I know a lot of times when you hear black men or men speak about child support or their children or whatever, I'm telling you, as a man, I was one of those guys. It's no excuses. You need to be there for your kids. You need it. And I noticed when I was put in the hot seat, kind of like, bruh, like, it is excuses. It is details behind certain things. It is reasons why this is the way it is. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't want to go to jail, you're gonna pump your brakes. If you don't want to be seen in front of your children as losing your cool, you're gonna chill. See, a lot of times I noticed that like when my soldiers used to come in the office or whatever, you know, they'll say, oh, well, she won't let me see my kids because I got a new girlfriend. My wife won't let me see my kids because I ain't take her on whatever, wherever she wanted to go on some type of trip or whatever, or we had an argument or whatever. My thought process is, I noticed that a lot of people, and I think somebody said in the comments too, a lot of people use their children as pawns. A lot of them use their children as this thing, you know, especially in the military, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, they use their children as leverage. Somebody said petty. I truly believe that. And my whole thing about it is, man, it's sad. Because when this is just me. Y'all may not agree with me. I truly, honestly believe when you have a child with somebody, you are on a team. You belong to a team, regardless if you live in a house or not, regardless if it was a situationship, an extended one night stand, you know what I'm saying, a booty call, friends with benefits, whatever you want to say, it is now a child. You, the other parent, and that child are on a team. And that child needs all of the support that they can get. Here's the great thing about it. You may be great at finances. The other parent may be great at opening up businesses or working out. Together, collectively, you guys bring experience, finances, loyalty. You make up the dynamic of the team together. But what happens is when one person decides, well, I'm going to exclude you from the team. Well, motherfucker, that's wrong. Sorry, that's wrong. Okay? And when you exclude the other person, you weaken the team. Now, of course, certain situations, i.e., let's just say the other parent is abusive. Let's say they're a drug addict. Let's say they're alcoholic. Let's say they're in and out of jail. They're a criminal. We're not talking about that. We're talking about regular shit, regular parents. Okay, we're not talking about that. I'm saying a lot of people tend to exclude the other parent. One, because they're in a new relationship. Two, because they didn't, for some reason, y'all didn't work out, so you feel it's your responsibility to exclude the other parent out of special events. You are abusing this child mentally and emotionally, and I'm gonna tell you how. When you decide that you want to stand in front of that child and say your mama ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit, or you wait till the child goes to their house and you got the child on this spy mission. How many bedrooms they got? How many bedrooms they got? How many times did you eat? Like it's like you got the child on this spy mission. It's like you press record on the child, and they got to record everything that happens in the house. And when they get back to you, instead of saying, did you enjoy your time with your mom? Did you enjoy your time with your dad? What you do is you press play and you sit there and you take notes about everything that child says, instead of that child just enjoying themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, that's abuse. That's abuse. You're using that child in this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And men and women do it. Men and women do it. I'm telling you right now, I've had thousands of soldiers, different races, backgrounds, colors, and creeds sit in front of me and say, well, this is why I won't let him see the kids. This is why I won't let her see the kids. And I'll be like, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. That is dumb. And then you got the kid right in the middle, and it's like you talking about her, he talking about you, and it's just like, why? Let me tell y'all something. When you bring your business to social media and you say, my baby daddy, my baby mama, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's almost like when you go to court as well. People are looking at you like you are an idiot. They're watching you complain about somebody you decided to sleep with. My thought process, oh my God. Can we talk? I'm about to piss somebody off. Can we talk about this? Why have the baby? Ladies, let me talk to the ladies first, and then I'm gonna get to the fellas. I'm not gonna leave y'all out the way, fellas. Let me get to the ladies. Ladies, listen. Whether you pro-life or pro-choice, if you think that man is broke, is not an entrepreneur, not successful, hell, not tall enough, short enough, sexy enough, whatever you feel like that man is, don't wait till you have the baby to now criticize the man on what he didn't have prior to the baby coming. Obviously, he had some good dick. Obviously, you was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and smash him. Don't wait till the baby get here and now let me check the block on all the stuff that I don't like about you. The issue is I don't understand why have the baby. That's what I'm saying. People, listen, some people are laughing at you. They ain't laughing with you. That's your church family. That's your real family. That's your frenemies, your naysayers, the jealous people, the haters. They looking at you like you stupid. Y'all, why would you bring a baby into the world after a one-night stand? After a situationship? It was rocky before the baby came. Did you think the baby was going to keep him? Ladies, I'm talking to y'all. I'm gonna get to the fellas. God, let me drink this water. Hold on, I didn't forget about your trip. I'm going back to trip video. Hold on, let me talk to y'all. Hold on, I know spitting fires in there getting hot. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait. Why have the baby? Why have the baby? If things were rocky before the baby came, did you think that the baby was going to smooth things out? If y'all was only having sex, right? You was only, matter of fact, hell, one of y'all was in another relationship. One of y'all was in another relationship anyway. So why would you now go into a situation where I'm gonna have a baby. Well, if did you hear of the saying, how you got them is how you'll lose them? Have you ever heard of that saying? How you got the person is how you're gonna lose the person. So you were sleeping with a man that was married or in another relationship, you knew about it, and you decided, okay, boom, there's a baby, I'm gonna have this baby. Now I realize for certain people, having a chat, I mean, for everybody, it should be a magnificent thing, but the fact of the matter is, here's the issue. My thought process is, a lot of people are struggling just to take care of their individual self. They're struggling to take care of their individual self. Why would you bring a child when you're not financially stable? You're not mentally and oh my God. Oh my God. You're not mentally and emotionally stable yourself. Then you're upset with the father the entire pregnancy because you're not getting what you wanted. Well, you was a booty call. Damn it, a booty call. You was a booty call. Y'all wasn't friends like that. Y'all wasn't going to the movies and drinking Kool-Aid and eating snacks and shit. Gummy bears and shit. You was a booty call. You knew what it was. And then you turn around and say, oh, we having a baby. No, we're not. Come on, I want to talk to the ladies before I talk to the fellas. It's only fair. See, a lot of people don't want to hear the honest truth. They don't want to have a tough conversation. You're having a baby off of the whim of you hope everything work out. First of all, if you get pregnant and you sucking and fucking, you doing all of this crazy shit, right? Without a condom. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your responsibility, the man and the woman, to make sure there's no baby. If you not on birth control, then it's not the man's fault you got pregnant. Wait a minute. If you don't put up, wait a minute, I'm gonna get to the guys. One goddamn section at a time. And I see a lot of people sit back and be like, these no good men and yada, yada, yada. But nobody's asking, were you on birth control? When you ask about the details. Because I'm telling you, as an NCO, I sat down and I was talking to these soldiers, talking to these young soldiers. And it was like, well, were you on birth control? Nah. So, hold on, wait. Now, if you were raped, this is a different conversation. If you were raped and taken advantage of, oh, we about to take this head off. We about to go. So you what? I wasn't raped. I wanted to fuck. What the fuck? What? Yeah. What the fuck did you just say? You wanted to fuck. Hold on, wait. Pause. Time out. Bring it in. Everybody together. So, okay. Okay. You wasn't taking no birth control. You wasn't taking any precautions. You didn't tell them, hey, whoa. I ain't trying to get pregnant throwing a condom. So you wanted to fuck and he wanted to fuck. And that resulted into a baby. Okay, cool. Were you in a relationship prior to the baby coming? No. It was like a situationship, you know, booty call type situation. Okay. So right now the responsibility is 50-50. Listen to me, folks. The responsibility right now, if you ain't taking no precautions not to have no baby, and the man ain't wearing no condom or getting snipped, it's 50-50. The responsibility of two adults or two consenting parties. It's 50-50. I'm about to burst some of y'all fucking bubble right now. It's 50-50. I don't know how we get to the narrative it's one person's fault over the other person's. Shut the fuck up. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? It's 50-50. Unless you was raped and taken advantage of, it's 50-50. It's the man and the woman or the boy and the girl responsibility to make sure they take the precautions not to have a baby. If neither party takes the precautions necessary, it's both of their responsibilities. I say this and say this. So now the baby's coming. Boom, we got a baby here. Bah! Okay, cool. Prior to the baby coming, there was no talk about having a child. There was no talk about really being together. There was no talk about building and communicating and promoting the relationship as an us. Now, of course, this woman is now having this baby. It's like, hey, you know, I'm thinking we about to be a family. The guy's like, shit, I never really looked at you like that. I just wanted some ass. I'm being real with, I know. I'm being real with y'all, right? So now the woman decides, well, I'm having this baby. So the guy's like, well, how you go from being a booty call, how you go from being an extended one night stand, how you go from being in a relationship with somebody else, how you go from all of this stuff to now it's a us. So now that woman is expecting you to act how she wants you to act. And when you don't do that, you get people like the tripping with trip that now has to battle with somebody that's vindictive. And then when you sit down and you listen to the reasoning, oh, you got a new girlfriend. Or no, I've never heard any woman come out that had an issue with a man just say, well, he didn't do what I want him to do. Never. It's always this other reason that's hiding the real reason. It's always this other reason that's hiding the real. Okay, I've been on the women too long. Let me get to the guys. Fellas, you have to be smarter about the women you get pregnant. You gotta be smarter. The issue is that somebody didn't tell you enough that your penis is precious. Let me drink this water. Trip! Your penis is precious. Mario! Your penis is precious. It's precious. Because we always tell our daughters to protect themselves, you know, to value themselves, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But these young boys, it's like, you know, no one tells, or I mean, these young boys that are now men, no one says protect your penis. And the issue is that you find that there are a lot of people out there that want you to do what they tell you to do. And if you don't, they make your life hell. And now you're trying to fight. Now you're trying to fight this situation of I'm dealing with a woman that don't want to let me see my kids, or I'm dealing with a woman that's running around town trying to ruin my character, or trying to tell everybody that I'm the bad guy or the bad person. And it's just like, bruh, here's the issue, man. Man, you have to do a better job, first of all, of carrying yourself, and then second of all, of picking women that value themselves. Have the conversation. Don't be afraid to have the conversation. Here's the thing. You decided that you don't want to get snipped, a vasectomy, for those that don't know. You decided for some reason you didn't want to wear a condom. Okay. Now, a lot of people would say, bro, if you don't get snipped and you don't wear a condom, you are asking for trouble. You are asking for problems. You get what you get. Okay. I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay. Sometimes I don't fucking wear a seatbelt. I said it. God damn it. Sometimes I leave the club and I'm saying, bruh, it's only 5 miles home. I can make it. I know I've been drinking, but I can make it. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this. Do you think I deserve a lifetime situation because of a 5-minute decision? Self snitch. Leave me alone. I'm trying to bring home a point. Do you feel like I deserve a lifetime situation because of a 5-minute decision? Some of y'all are in lifetime situations because of a 5-minute decision. I'm just saying. Just because you don't wear your seatbelt, you don't deserve to get in a car accident. Right? Just because you decide, okay, shit, that's only 5 miles to the house. I know I can make it. Okay, let me sit up. You know when you're drunk, you get you push the seat. Hold on. You like this in the seat. You like this. You driving. You got the windows down and shit. You trying to make yourself up. You know what I'm saying? But my thought, you splashing water, you drinking water like this. You thinking that you see the police? Is that the police? God damn it! That was just a bird. That was a bird. That was a bat. I think that was a bat. It was a blue bat with lights. So you driving. My thought process is, no disrespect to the women out there. I'm just gonna be real with you, man. It's not that these men don't love these children that's being born. I think it's the issue is that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the issue is that you're not the woman they see being their wife. You're not the woman they see having their children. So now you're in a predicament because I'm telling y'all some shit a lot of these men are afraid to say. You're not the woman that they see building with. You're not. And now it's like in your mind, because I'm having this child, that should make me relevant in your life. And I think most men, they want you to be healthy. They want you to live your best life. They want, you know, if the child is going to be born, they want the child to be healthy or whatever. But that should not, first of all, I'm going to say this. And again, as a man, do you feel like if the man doesn't want to have the child, but the woman wants to have the child, do you feel like do you feel like there should be a child born? Let me ask y'all that. Let me see how many comments we get on that one. Because that was something big. That was something big that was happening in the military where I was in reference to people saying, you know, she wants to have the baby, but I don't. So do you feel like the baby should be born? What y'all think? Now, we're not promoting killing baby. I'm just asking y'all a serious, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel the baby shouldn't be born. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell y'all why. But I just want to get some of y'all. Okay. No, it shouldn't. Yes, the child still should be born. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I say no. Okay. You're going to create a lifetime of problems because of a selfish decision. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to create a life. Can you imagine somebody deciding what's going to happen with your life for the rest of your life? Whoa, shit! Can you imagine that? What's going to happen with your life for the rest? Can you imagine somebody saying, you are now responsible for this car for the rest of your life? You are now responsible, or shit, a better analogy. Can you imagine, you know, the people that, the homeless people that stand on the corner? Can you imagine somebody saying, that person belongs to you, you gotta take care of that person for the next 18 years? Just because you was on that street. Just because you was the closest one to him. Just because you had an interaction with him the week before and you gave him some change. I know it's a lot of grown people in the building right now. Stay with me. That's how a lot of men look at women when they say, well, I'm gonna have the baby anyway. A lot of those women, whether they're young or old, they weren't in relationships with that man in the first place. So you feel by saying, I'm gonna have this baby anyway, that means that this man is supposed to do what you want him to do when he didn't want the baby in the first place. Why connect yourself to a man that does not want to be with you? And that, I'm telling you, I got daughters, and I'm telling you right now, bro, you better sit down and have a conversation with that man. Because a lot of times these women, these young men or old men, whatever, they don't sit down and have the do you want kids? Because if you don't want kids, that should automatically say vasectomy, condoms. Automatically say birth control or whatever it is. The thing about it is that conversation is not being had. It's where we're going to the movies. What's the next time the turn up is? You gonna pay for my hair this month? It's all these other conversations, but it ain't the conversation. Do you want to have a baby? Do you want to have a baby? I want somebody to take this video and break it down and analyze what I'm saying. Because I'm telling you right now, if you look at it from a perspective of, this will alleviate a lot of heartache and a lot of pain for a lot of people. For a lot of people, don't stop bringing babies into the world, and you know it's already a rocky situation. Y'all ain't discussed nothing about no kids, and then you bring the babies into the world trying to dictate to another human being what they gonna do. They gonna be with you, and if they ain't gonna be with you, you're now gonna use the court system as a means to try to ruin that person. Let me tell y'all something, bro. I took out child support on myself, right? I took out child support on myself. But I still had to do the whole hearing and all the other shit. Whatever. There were women in the child support office literally putting the man on child support because he had a new girlfriend. There were men going to jail because they were in the arrears for child support when the woman was sleeping with multiple men and didn't inform him that he even hey, the baby might be yours, might not be yours, or whatever. But there were men going to jail. Oh yeah, we did the DNA and the baby yours, and you're in the arrears for X, Y, and Z, yada, 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 yada. You're going to jail. You're putting men in jail? I want y'all to let that shit sink in. I hear a lot of people talk about the court system and how, you know, if you really want your children, you'll do this and you'll do that and yada, yada, yada. I'm going to be honest with you. The average American, especially black American, but I was just going to say American, they don't know shit about the court system. Black people are not raised in an environment where they feel like we about to win in court. No. Just like they not fucking raised to know credit. They're not raised to become entrepreneurs. The community environment, that's not the conversation. They're taught to fear court, especially black men. They're taught to fear court. The judicial, oh, nope, I'm good on that. Why you think all of these public defenders, it's like, yeah, we're gonna give you all we're gonna give you time, even though we know it's your first offense. Even though you saying you're not guilty, you know, hey, just go ahead and take this time. We're just gonna put it on your record. Lawyers, what? How many people right now have a $5,000 retainer fee right now that's looking at me? We don't talk about courts. We don't talk about the system and how it works like that. No, so when you get men that now are in a position where they have a child in place, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and that's why I said the whole analogy earlier that it's both the man and the woman's responsibility, the boy and the girl, both of them to blame. I don't understand why a lot of these Cynthia G's and Tanya TKOs exist. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because my thought process is, how do you get to a point where now it's all the man's fault? If y'all lay down together, it's both of y'all responsibility. What's crazy is the responsibility to have the child, it's whatever the woman wants to do. So you decide to have a child with a man that don't want to be with you because y'all wasn't together before the child came. I don't get that. Like I don't get that logic. I don't get that logic. I just don't. And I don't know if it's the white race, the Hispanic race, the Oriental race. Like, I don't know what race of people would have that thought process is, why are we having this kid? Why are we having this kid? If you don't want to be with me and I don't want to be with you, and I don't think that you're a good father, and I don't think that you're a good mother, and you broke and you're a joke and you're a clown and then why are you having a kid? What are you bringing to me? Y'all should be arrested. Y'all motherfuckers, if you bring a child deliberately into a toxic situation, you should go to fucking jail. We talking about pedophiles. If we can talk about pedophiles and molestation, we definitely can talk about bringing a child to a place you know that is bad. Huh? What? You bringing a child into a place that you know is bad. That shit crazy. And a lot of us sit back on social media and we watch these toxic ass parents, you know, we watch motherfuckers lay out a whole dissertation on they baby daddies and they baby mamas and all of the problems and the drama. And my whole thing about it is, bro, I would be the first person to jump in their DM, log off. Keep your personal business personal. And here's the thing, regardless of who you think you embarrassing, you know who you really embarrassing? Your child. Because it shows that you have no coof. You don't know how to carry yourself as an adult. And if you're going to the extent of doing this on social media, we can only imagine that you're doing this shit to a higher extent in real life. That you're the reason that there are problems existing between you and that other parent. And that's what I think Tripping with T, I'm gonna have to play some more of his stuff. I think that's what he's saying. Hey, listen, I'm there for my kid. You know, I don't want my kids to feel like I don't love them and I don't want to be a protector and a provider. And I tell fathers this all the time. Brother, listen. What I've had to learn, I just had a birthday, July 7th. What I've had to learn is patience. And it's not a patience that you get, that you get and you steadily don't have to work on. Because just like you, I'm passionate about protecting, providing, and being a role model. But when you have people that says, you know what, I want to see you harmed. I want to see whatever you have going on at its worst. I want you to fail. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting to see people go through situations like that, because it's like, Raz Girl in the building. It's interesting to see people having to deal with saying that, you know, I can't see my kids, or a vindictive father or a vindictive mother, or this and this. And I always think, like, what about the kids? What about the kids? And a lot of people take the time to say, okay, if I buy my kid the new PlayStation, the new Jordans, or I take them here and I take her there, then I'm the greatest parent in the world. But you are responsible for keeping this child away from the other parent. Again, if that other parent is not some type of criminal, some type of abuser or whatever, like if they just a regular parent you don't like because they didn't choose you. And I'm telling you right now, for everybody that's listening, a lot of times when you get people in situations and you listen to for the details, that's what it boils down to. That's what, when those soldiers came to my office, when they used to come to my night, day, evening, it boiled down to somebody not choosing them, which is the reason why, okay, I'm going to make it difficult for them to be around their child. When they come to the house to pick up the child, I'm gonna call the police and say, oh, he's not supposed to be over here. She's not supposed to be over here. Like, why would you call the police on them? Oh, because I heard he got a new girlfriend. I heard she got a new boyfriend. So, hold on. Let this marinate. They were supposed to come pick up their child. The child knows that they're supposed to come pick them up. You call the police and tell the police that they're on your property, or they're trying to break in, or whatever it is that you're telling the police. And then the person that's supposed to pick up their child now is being told to leave without their child. And the child is watching it. And you consider yourself to be the logical parent, the smart parent, the Christian parent, the successful parent, but you're doing fuck shit like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I see somebody do that, I'm gonna do everything in my fucking power to call CPS, to go to the court system, to go to the police station. You don't deserve a child. You don't deserve to have access to a child. If you are the fucking type of parent that you're saying, I'm going to put all these barriers in the way so that way you can't get to your child, you don't deserve to have access to that child, because you are physically and emotionally and mentally abusing that child. Somebody said, how are they abusing them physically? Well, my thought process is, if a child loves, let me say something. Normally, children love both parents. So can you imagine going to pick up your child, right? And they're in the doorway and they see you, mommy, daddy, right? The other parent has to be blocking them. The other parent has to be pushing them back. Physical, any contact, physical abuse. I want y'all to let this shit sink in, because there's a lot of people, your neighbors, your uncles, your cousins, there's a lot of people who sit back and they look at the situation and they say, ha ha ha, that's funny. Ha ha ha, that's entertainment. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, like, bruh, that's abuse. And we're doing a great job at not holding people accountable. We do a great job at turning the other cheek. We do a great job of sharing bogus information, but we don't do a great job at addressing parents saying, y'all got to do better. Y'all are on the same team and y'all should be building that child up. But instead, I steadily see you trying to break the other parent down and use the child as some type of like joke or gimmick or whatever the case may be. Come on, let's get back to this a little bit. Come on, let's go.
Don't make an excuse for it. Like, the first time they show you what they're on, you gotta take that. It ain't no, oh man, she just hurt. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, maybe I'm wrong. Because if you're truly and genuinely making a decision for you, which that decision could be for you to end that personal relationship with the parent, or, you know what I'm saying, to leave the situation, and you're doing it because you felt like you wasn't growing, or you felt like you weren't happy, and you didn't want to hurt that person, or you wanted to, you know what I'm saying, get a fresh start, a fresh break, and the only way to do that is if y'all ain't together, or y'all would do a better job co-parenting than actually being in a relationship trying to parent, trying to create this false facade of a family. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Don't regret it. Don't look back on that decision. Don't question the decision, because I did all that. Like, going through it, she was doing me so dirty that I was like, man, maybe I should just go ahead and just stick it out, man, try to figure out what works. But then on that same hand, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I've done that long enough. I've done that long enough. Like, this isn't what I need. This isn't a healthy space for me. This isn't a healthy space.
I'm glad you just said that, Trip, because I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, stop staying in toxic situations talking about I'm staying there for the kids. Stop doing it. I'm telling you right now, I know a lot of times when people were saying, you know, back in our forefathers' years, you know what I'm saying, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, people stayed together a lot longer. I'm telling you the truth. Fuck struggle love. Fuck struggle love. Fuck all of the, you know, this is a toxic situation, you know, I'm dealing with a narcissist, you know, oh, but we gonna stay together because of the kids, bruh. And then that's why you have so many people, they age badly, you know, heart failure, liver, like it's so many things that happen with you when your mental and your emotions is wrapped up in there. It start affecting you physically. Don't stay in a situation that you're unhappy in and say, I'm doing it for the kids. You can co-parent. You can be attached to the home, and that's what I say to a lot of fathers. If you cannot be in the home, be attached to the home. You don't have to necessarily be in the home, but be attached to the home in regards to saying, be there for your kids. If you're in a situation where that woman or that man is being vindictive, they're trying to coach the children against you, they're trying to create this space and this narrative where you can't be beneficial to your children, well, I say be patient. Be patient. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that when those children grow up and they develop, things get better. But be patient. And that's what I think Trip is getting toward. Be patient about your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't blow your brains out, because a lot of people, especially when they've been vindictive, they want you to be sporadic. They want you to be out of control. They want to see you get upset. That's what they want. It's about causing you hardship. But on social media, they'll be promoting that they're the greatest parent of all. And also, they'll put on this badge of I'm a single parent. And what's bad is when you have people that know both of you all, but you're promoting this, I'm a single parent, and, you know, the other person's a deadbeat, whether they're a male or a female, they're a deadbeat. And it's like, it'll leave people who know both of y'all, like, scratching their head, like, how is that person a deadbeat? Because you say so. Oh, okay, I get it now. Come on, let's press play.
My children, I don't want my daughter to grow up thinking that she has to sacrifice her happiness for a relationship. She has to sacrifice herself for a relationship. Relationships are a sacrifice, but not to the point where you're unhappy and you're not growing. Like
Trip. Relationships are not a sacrifice. It's a compromise. Whoever did that, oh, relationships are sacrifice. I'm not chopping off my fucking hand. Right? You ain't got to eat the whole cake. We can compromise, say you eat half, I eat half. But I ain't gonna sacrifice you eat the whole cake and I'm gonna starve to death. No, we shouldn't even be looking at relationships like that. It's a compromise. You can't always get what you want. You can't always be right. You can't always do the shit that you want to do. The fact of the matter is y'all gotta work together. Y'all got to share responsibility. You got to share the limelight. And a lot of people get lost in the situation of it's a sacrifice. Well, no, it's a compromise. We compromise time. We compromise space. We compromise situations in reference to, hey, I'll take the lead on this. You take the lead on that. Hey, I'll pay for this. You pay for that. Like, we compromise. Like, I mean, that's what it is. You shouldn't be sacrificing anyone. Like, no, you shouldn't be sacrificing a motherfucking man.
Have to sacrifice some things in a relationship, yes, but that shouldn't be your growth, and that shouldn't be your happiness and your peace, man. And I wanted to have a household to where everybody can exist freely, be happy, have everything they need to be happy, have everything they need to grow. And in that particular relationship, it wasn't it at all. I wasn't getting that at all. So, long story short about me, man, I was married for about 7 to 8 years. God rest her soul. She ain't dead or not. I just be saying that. I'm a widow.
What?
I feel like at this point I don't.
What? Trip? What the fuck? Trip? What do you mean God rest it? Trip? What are you talking about, bro? This boy said God rest his soul. I was about to say R.I.P. This boy right here, you out of control, boy. You out of control. Let me get this shit. Come on. You out of control.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause just because of some of the tactics that she's done, like, I can't be cool with somebody who will do something like that when you know the kind of person I am. Like, but anyways, I was married for about 7 years, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't even there really, but got married young. I was about 19, 20 years old. She was pregnant with my first son, and instead of just trying to co-parent then, you know how old black people are. Oh man, do the right thing. Y'all done made, y'all got this baby. Y'all need to do something. Y'all need to get married. Wasn't the case at all, man. This ain't.
You know what I think, man? Whereas there's a lot of wisdom in older people, sometimes I think that older people give the wrong advice. So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell someone they should get married just because y'all having a baby. Don't tell somebody they should get married just because they're having a baby. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's dumb. Now, if they decide to have the baby or whatever, you should tell them to co-parent. You should tell them to make sure that they work together and that they're on the same accord and all that great stuff. But don't tell them get married. Go into matrimony. Because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of these children are not being born into situations where the people are together. It is a situation. It's an extended one-night stand. It's a situationship. Hey, the other two people could be in actual other relationships. So the premise of this baby being born is based on some fuck shit. So then you say it's based on fuck shit, but y'all should get married. I'm gonna let that sink in. Here we go. Y'all pull up. Trip, where you at?
This ain't the 60s and 70s, man. They don't go like that no more. People, you can co-parent without being married.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's just the facts of it. This is the gist. So
I was right.
What that caused me to do. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Took that advice under the impression of doing the right thing because, of course, I want to be there for my son. Of course, I don't want to leave my kid.
Wait a minute, goddamn it. Trip, you just said the right answer, then you say, oh, well, I took their advice. You got married anyway, goddamn it. You sweet vanilla cream face pup pie head. You cut up kickball, dumpster juice drinking. Listen, how you get married anyway, bruh? You know what? It takes us to go. I'm telling you, I say this all the time. It takes men and women to go through trial and tribulations to get to where they want to be, to understand their value, to know their worth. And I'm telling you right now, I believe truly that this man is in a position. He says, I guess he's going back to school or whatever. Salute to that. But it takes you to go through stuff, because here's the thing. Had Tripp had that mother or father intact that instilled that in him when he was growing up, okay, well, first of all, check it. I'm not about to put myself in harm's way. And that's what I want to instill into my daughters. Like, don't put yourself in harm's way. If you're dealing with a man, ask him those hard questions. If I get pregnant, what's the protocol? What's the protocol? What's the protocol? Now, of course, things can change, but at least you can say you had the conversation. I'm telling you, when I was dealing with those soldiers in the military, no conversation. Got pregnant on the whim. Got pregnant on the fly. Got pregnant based off of circumstances, situationships, extended one night stands. Nobody's having a conversation. Hey, if you get pregnant, what's the protocol? What you gonna do? And then you have this expectation once you have this baby or get pregnant. Well, now you start making up the protocol as you go along. And for a lot of men, it don't jive with what the woman wants to do in reference to protocol. Because if you was just fucking, the men are not going to be like, oh, well, now we need to be together. But the woman's probably, oh, yeah, now we need to be together. So that protocol ain't going to jive. So you need to understand, hey, listen, you need to have this tough conversation. If I get pregnant, what's the protocol? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? But you can't go from a situation that none of y'all are really serious about each other, but you enjoy the sex life. And then now a baby's coming, so that's a serious situation. So now the situation, you know what I'm saying, we automatically together. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. But people are under the impression it does.
So I get married, knowing good and damn well I'm not ready to be married. Like, young, bro, my life is starting, and even though I made a kid, and even though I was financially able to take care of a kid, I had the means to do so and provide, doesn't mean I gotta get married. That's another curse that we need to break. That's another myth that needs to be, you know what I'm saying, put to rest in our generation. Is just because, you know what I'm saying, we create a kid doesn't mean we gotta be together, doesn't mean we had to be married. Would it be ideal? Yes, but what's ideal ain't always safe, ain't always
check
logical.
the comments real quick. Where y'all at?
I mean, we all want to, you know what I'm saying, big old house and
dollar fat,
a big family and a wife that's cooking breakfast every morning and a Rolls Royce in the garage, and we all want ideal stuff, right? But what's realistic? What's practical? And me starting my career at that time, my Air Force career, and being stationed in Vegas, wasn't it? So I decide, like, hey, as I mature throughout the years and as I just see different life experiences and just go through different things, I just decide, like, I'm not happy no more. I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. So I decided to leave a marriage. I divorced her. When I divorced her, I split everything down the middle. Like, I even said, hey, you can take everything that we got right now. I don't want it. It's all yours. I'll go start brand new. Only difference is to the kids and to you is that I just don't live here no more. Like, I'm still gonna do everything, which I did. I took care of everything. I was deployed. I was taking care of the rent, paying the bills, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of everything. And she was putting in here and there, which was cool, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, do your thing. This is for you. But she didn't accept that. So instead of doing everything 50-50, you know what I'm saying? She didn't want to split custody 50-50 at all, even though I was there in the same, you know what I'm saying? I was deployed at the time, but she definitely used it to her advantage. And so what ended up happening was I ended up getting bent over, paying a gang of spousal support and child support. Man. And at that point in time, that's when I should have knew who I was dealing with, but I started making excuses for it. Like, man, she just hurt, man. Like, maybe the lawyer told her something, but then
ladies and gentlemen, the child support office don't give a fuck about you. Black men, black women, they do not give a fuck about you. I don't know why we under this impression that something fair and impartial was about to happen. I'm telling you right now, I sat there and I watched this for myself. Right? I'm in the first bench or whatever case may be, and it's not like it's the judge, and then it's of course the people for the child protective not CPS, the child support people at the bottom when they have the little desk or whatever case may be. I sat there and I watched a couple go up, several couples, but this one particular, I watched a woman go up first, and I watched the clerk coach the woman in saying, because she was like, I don't want to worry about back child support. You know, he's a good dad, he's a this, he's a that. And I watched the clerk say, well, suppose this and this and this and this. This is why we recommend that you want the back child support, and you want this and you want that, and you know, it's going to be on his credit until I guess he gets it off. And I watch the clerks for the child support office coach these women to get these men. I watched it. I watched them sit there, and it's all walks of women, and I watched them, again, no lawyers, just coach them. Oh yeah, you need to say this, and you need to file this and this, and I'm sitting there like, what the? Now granted, I watched the women go up first and sit down, then I watched whoever the daddy is or whatever, the dad come up there, very little conversation, no coaching at all. Sign here. We want to verify where you work at. No say so whatsoever. Case in point, woman goes up there, look crazy as shit, look like she getting ready to go to the club. Dad goes up there, button up shirt, slacks, nice shoes, clean cut. You coach the ratchet person, but you don't coach the clean cut. Man, y'all need to stop this, man. Y'all need, hey, we need to stop this. This is a crazy situation. Like, these situations be so crazy, and you wonder why people have such disdain for people, because they do things all like deliberately. And that's why I say, man, I don't know if I could work. If I worked at the child support agency, to be honest with you, bro, it'd probably be very little child support. I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all go work out that shit. Y'all adults, go work out that shit. Now, unless the man says I ain't doing shit for that kid, then let's go to the child support. But you go into the child support agency just to sit down. Yeah, he had the nerve to bring his girlfriend up to the hearing. What does his girlfriend got anything to do? So you want him to pay back child support because his girlfriend is at the hearing? Bro, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much, man. Come on, Trip. Y'all doing too much, man. Oh shit.
Come to find out, man. No, man, that was you. Like, that was you. You was hurt. You was hurt, and you got around a bunch of hurt people, a bunch of hurt veterans who specialize in making dudes pay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she did. She took all that advice, so then I end up paying, like, maybe out of, like, I remember seeing the payout of the child support and spousal support, and over like a 6-month span, she had already amassed like $20,000 in child support and you know what I'm saying, spousal support. So of course, man, I'm livid, because like that's not even what I'm on. Like, you hitting me like I'm a deadbeat or something. Like I owe child support, like I just ain't there. And after a while, I had to stop.
But see, this is the issue. You know what I'm saying, Trip? This is the issue. The issue is that you said she's hitting you like you're a deadbeat. That's what she's promoting. See, based on the details of what you're saying, hey, look, you don't have to force me to be there. I want to be there. She don't have to force me to help my child financially. I help my child financially. But when you get in front of the courts, guess what the court does? The court system looks at you now and says, well, you like everybody else. We're going to treat you like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hit you over the head and we're going to tell you how much you're going to pay, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then have the audacity to say, you can't even get split custody. Now, I want y'all to listen to me when I say this. What the man just said, I'm in the Air Force, I'm going to school, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Why would they not give him 50-50 custody? I'm talking to the judges right now. Get y'all ass over here. If you a lawyer for that fucking shit, get y'all ass over here. Why wouldn't you not give this man 50-50? So would he have a right to feel a certain? You goddamn right he would. Stop giving people 100% custody just because. Just because. And you wonder why these men are not attached to the homes, because you take these men out. Not only do you take them out the house, but you also take any power or any authority away from them. But you want men to say, oh yeah, we need fathers in the homes. We need fathers. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Remember when I said I was sitting there and I was watching the clerks for the child support office tell these women basically how to railroad the men? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Come here, come on, come on. These were white women telling black women how to railroad other black men. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. I watched some black women tell these people, hey, he's a good father. You know, I don't want to do the whole arrears, back child support crap or whatever. He's helping, you know what I'm saying? Yada, yada. No, I think that you should do this because it is. The lady just said she don't want to do it. Why are you coaching her to put this man on back child support? That's going to affect his credit. Crazy. So it's not necessarily the woman with this intention of, I want to do this man dirty or X, Y, and Z. And it's not like they go through a class. Okay, every black woman in America goes through a class on child support. No, they don't know. They know just as much as you know. And then you'd be wondering, well, how are these women getting over and how are they winning, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because as soon as you sit down and you go in the office or you go to a desk, these other women and men are telling these women, this is what you need to do. This is what you should be doing. Fellas, have money for a lawyer. Have money for a lawyer. Start talking about, if you get pregnant, what's the protocol? Hell, if you got to get the shit in writing, I'm telling you right now, learn how to protect yourself. If you guys don't get anything else from this video right now, this goes for men and women. Learn how to protect yourself. Learn who you're dealing with, because anybody that would drag you through the court system shouldn't have no motherfucking kids. Period. Shouldn't have rights to no kids. Shouldn't even have fucking kids. Period. I know, hey, I know it's tough. I'm just saying. For you as a parent to have to go prove yourself to a judge, to a lawyer, to anybody else about how much you love your child or don't love your child, like, that is crazy. That's crazy as shit. And the issue is that a lot of men and a lot of women, they have to prove themselves to everybody that's been told you don't care about your child, when the person that's promoting that bullshit know otherwise. Trip is saying this right now in this video. If you're listening to him, he's saying, I love my child, I love my son, I love my daughter. But now he has to prove to a judge, he has to prove to this person, to that person, to anybody else that the woman that he was dealing with has told, well, he's a deadbeat. That's unfair. That's unrealistic. That's unreasonable.
going to bat for her. Like that's who she is now. She's vindictive. She's bitter. She's hurt. She's probably embarrassed because a large percentage of marriages that end in divorce, you know what I'm saying, men typically don't leave marriages. It's always the women that leave. But I love, hey, I'm looking out for me, man. I want to do what's best for me. Because if I'm not performing at my peak, if I'm not doing what's best for me, how can I teach my kid? How can I teach my son and my daughter, you know what I'm saying, to do what's best for them?
Savage! This is why I'm clapping. You are the star player, ladies and gentlemen. You are the star player, ladies and gentlemen. That means that if you are not in position to help yourself, if you're not emotionally, mentally, and physically, financially, spiritually stable, it is going to be very difficult for you to help somebody else. That's our problem with a lot of things. We're always trying to help somebody else when we ain't got it like that, when we ain't there like that. And I think that's the issue that we have. I say, if you're not going to be in the home, again, be connected to the home. But I'm glad he said, bro, I need to make sure that I'm good so I can help my children. Because if you're in the household and you're not happy, this is what this is going to lead to. You stay inside a relationship that you're not happy with. Resentment, disrespect, abuse, whether emotionally, physically, or mentally, is going to happen. Because now you resent that person. You resent that person because you didn't have the intestinal fortitude to tell that person that you did not want to be with that person. You're not happy. You just don't want to be in this place. You want to leave. And a lot of people don't have the courage to tell their significant other they're not happy. So I applaud you for being able to tell your significant other, I'm not happy. However, you not being happy does not mean it's an automatic, well, if you don't stay here and stay with me, I'm gonna make your life a living hell, and I'm gonna make it hard for you to see your kids. For anybody that watches a situation like that, you are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
Well, I'm not even doing that for me. So, I got married at a young age. She took advantage of the system, you know what I'm saying? The hurt veterans that she had around her, that she was listening to, you know what I'm saying? Gave her the game and she ran with it. And really, now looking back at it in all retrospect, I can't even be mad, bro. If that's what you gotta do to feel better about yourself, is take advantage of somebody that was doing everything for you anyway and will do anything for the kids anyway.
But see, Trip, here's my thought process. You know, he's like, I can't even be mad at her and blah, blah, blah. Here's my thought process, right? It doesn't take anybody that's been hurt. It doesn't take anybody that's been in a situation like this to understand, like, bro, you can make a situation worse by amplifying negativity. You can make it worse. If he says, I want to be there for my child, if she says, I want to be there for my child, why would you say, well, you can be here for your child, but I'm about to go over here and railroad you. I'm about to go over here and tell all these people that you ain't the man or woman you say you are. I'm about to get in front of your kids and tell them you ain't shit. And that's supposed to make you feel good? Ladies and gentlemen, learn how to heal healthy. Learn how to heal healthy. Stop putting everybody else. They say hurt people. But the fact of the matter is, learn how to heal healthy. Your children are watching your toxic behavior. They're watching you as a mother. They're watching you as a father. They're watching every time. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to say something to you. I think a lot of people feel like, well, if I take the biological parent, the non-custodial parent, if I replace them with a new nigga or a new female, then I'm good. They got a mama. They got a daddy. See what I'm saying? If I buy them things, then I'm the number one parent. I'm going to say something that a lot of men say, okay? If you are a man or a woman doing anything to keep the biological parent the non-custodial parent away from their child, and you feel like as long as I have the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend, the new husband and new wife, if I keep them in the mix, then I don't need the other one. Your child is going to grow up and resent you. Mark my words. Your child is going to grow up and resent you. If you keep them away from special events, you don't include them in things that's going on with that child in reference to decisions, your child is going to grow up and resent you. I don't care how many PlayStations, how many Jordans, I don't care what you do for that child. I don't care about what the new penis does, the new vagina does. Your child is going to look at you and say, why did you exclude the other parent from my life? Every time the other parent is mentioned, you got something negative to say. Every time the other parent comes around, you got this crazy look or nasty attitude. Your child is going to resent you. Mark my words. Mark my words.
That's gonna make you look even more hurt. It's probably eating you up. So it just sucks that people really got to go through this. This is a real thing, and it's normal now. I just wish, as much as females and women are quick to call out deadbeat dads and, you know what I'm saying, absent fathers, I just wish they would call out their homegirls for being vindictive and being bitter. Like, the same way y'all be on dudes.
Oh, let that marinate. Let that marinate. In the last 6 months, I have not seen any post about vindictive women in regards to what he's saying. Have y'all? Have y'all? Have y'all? Now I done seen plenty posts about deadbeat dads. I done seen plenty posts about absent men not being around their kids. But I ain't seen no post about women deliberately doing things to keep those men absent, to keep those men titles in regards to deadbeat dads. I've seen those posts, but I ain't seen nothing about correcting and holding those women responsible. Come on, Cynthia G, pull up. Tanya TKO, pull up. That's the conversation. Now, do we have men out there that don't give two shits about their kids? Hell yeah, we know that. We grown. We get it. That's not the conversation. We're talking about the people who want to be in their children's lives. Because before I was like, hey, there are no excuses. There's no reason why you ain't going to be in your child's life. There's no reason. Zero excuses. But I found out the hard way that, yeah, there are a few reasons that you wouldn't be there as much as you would like. Definitely. There are definitely a few reasons, especially if you not wanting to go to jail or get killed or whatever the case may be. There are reasons, especially when you're trying to protect your peace and be sane and be an adult at the same time. Because when you mature, there are just certain things that you don't do. There are certain things that you don't subscribe to as an adult. Because keeping your sanity is definitely what you want to do. But I get it. I'm asking a serious question. How many people in the last 30 days has seen a woman or a group of women addressing women that do this type of behavior? I'm curious. Because we do a great job of saying what the men are doing. And I'm going to say this to men because they say not enough men talk to men. Well, let me talk to the men real quick. Fellas, be connected to the home. I don't care if you don't like her. I don't care if she's not your cup of tea. I don't care if she's disrespected you. I don't care if she's tried to play you, whether it was with her family, in the community, at church, wherever. Try to be connected. Be patient. You are needed in the home, fellas. And when I say needed in the home, your common sense, your logic, how you look at life, your experience, your institutional knowledge, your common sense is needed. Despite what somebody tells you, despite how many men she got flapping around, despite how many women she got flapping around, you are needed. Don't give up on your kids. Don't give up on your kids. And I do understand it's about being patient and it's about striking when you think that is a reasonable time to strike. And for those that are strategic and meticulous about how they move, salute. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But for those that just don't give a fuck, for those men that say, I know that this is my child, I don't give a fuck, I don't care, I would ask that you reconsider. I would ask that you do everything within your power to be connected to the home. So if that's going through the court system, if that's saving up or getting a lawyer, whatever it is. Because a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, there are so many people that always scream about, you know, how men are needed and how men are needed, but they will do nothing. They will sit back and they will watch a woman run around and be vindictive and not say that you're wrong. And not say that you're wrong. But they will address you. They will address you. They won't address her, but they'll address you. And they'll tell you, oh, well, no matter the trial and tribulation. But I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of people who don't feel like they should be going through trial and tribulation when it comes to their child. I'm just be honest with you. They don't feel like, well, I need to go through the gauntlet of life to have access to my child. Your boyfriend got free access to my child. Uh-oh. Your husband got free access to my child. Uh-oh. Your girlfriends and everybody in the community got access to my child. Uh-oh. People you work for and work with got access to my child. Uh-oh. But when it comes to the man, that's why I don't get when people say, well, you know, she's doing this, so I can't see my child. She's doing this, so I can't see my child. And I'm like, well, why would she be doing that to you, but everybody else got free access to your kid? That makes no sense. Let it play.
It's about not doing this for their kids and not paying child support. There's a gang of dudes who are out there paying child support. And my pet peeve is like the dudes that are going through, you know what I'm saying? The dudes that will do anything for their kids. And
salute,
the dudes
I see it, salute.
You know what I'm saying? Have no problem paying child support and provide for their kids, get paired to the most hurtful people. And same thing with women. The women get the most deadbeat people. And we could always say, well, pick better people. But man, people change, man. Things change people. Situations change people. And you know what I'm saying? You can't help what a person turns out to be. But a rule of advice, my rule of thumb here is once they show you they vindictive and they bitter, hey, you gotta accept it. Don't make an excuse for it. So that's one thing I had to do to help me realize, all right, I'm clearly dealing with a monster here. I'm dealing with a hurt person with a gang of hurt people in her ear. She's gonna do anything that she can to stop me from, you know what I'm saying, trying to parent my kids. And now, even in the grand scheme of things, even now, it's apparent why you're doing it. Like, why you're going out of your way to make sure that your kids don't see their dad, or why you make it hard for their dad to spend time with your kids, spend time with their kids, and to do things for their kids and to be in their kids' lives, is because you're trying.
Hold on, Trip, hold on. I'm back at it again. This is not just a man situation. This is a people situation. I think people do these types of things. And for those people that are in, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man, you never know if your message is going to be the message that really helps somebody. There are men out there that are on a verge of suicide because they're sitting in predicaments just like what he's describing right now. There are women out there that are sitting in predicaments just like what he is subscribing right now. And I don't know if the Kwame Browns and the Kevin Samuels and all of these other YouTubers like that have a big following, I don't know if they talk like this. My thought process is, let me give you guys a message. For those people that feel like they're on their last leg, their back is against their wall, it's not going to get better, and they don't have anybody to talk to. Feel free to reach out to me. Okay, you can email me, Mario J, okay, the number 1 at gmail.com. Okay, feel free, just say need help, subject line, need help. We can talk for as long as you want to talk. Because I do believe that these situations, I don't think everybody feels like, well, you just can't see your kids. But it's some people who take that to heart. It's some people that aren't emotionally on their last leg. mentally on their last leg, and they're saying, I am a step away from taking pills, slitting my wrists, blowing my brains out, or doing something dramatic and crazy. For those people, if you need somebody to talk to, and you, for some reason, you can't get help in your city, in your town, with your family, with your friends, feel free to reach out and we can have a conversation. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, because tough love is not just about having a tough conversation. It's about having the conversation, period. Listening for understanding, listening for comprehension, but it's also listening to help. I want to help. I don't want to divide. I don't want to distract. I don't want to point the finger. I don't want to deflect. Let's have a conversation. Both men and women are in this type of predicament right now where they can't see their kids. There's someone that is creating barriers, and they're doing more to promote the narrative that you don't care about your kids. And they're bringing your kids around. Everybody they think is going to run back and tell you, oh, I was with your kid today. Your kid was playing with my kid today. Those people are vindictive, they're bitter, but the fact of the matter is they're toxic and shouldn't have access to kids, period. If they are doing stuff like that, if they are promoting that right there, that's abuse. That is abuse. Keeping the children away from the non-custodial parent is abuse. Let's finish this.
Trying to create that space to either distort, you know what I'm saying, demonize him. So because it's extremely hard to demonize somebody, but then while you're demonizing them, you know what I'm saying, the kids are having more and more opportunity to see what you're saying is lies. Mm-hmm. So if they can cause you to be absent and then rain on your name, throw dirt on your name, the less that you're around, man, the more it's gonna seem like it's true. But the only way you can combat that is be active in your kid's life, man. If you're active in your life and then you're doing things for them and you're talking to them and you're letting them know what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it, everything that they could possibly say about you, it turns out to be a lie.
Trip, I'm back at it again, Trip. I'm gonna tell you why somebody. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys why a parent would want their child to have an issue with the non-custodial parent. Why they would feel empowered. They want that child to embellish and promote hatred that they promote for the non-custodial parent. They want that child to hate you or have a disdain for you because they have a disdain for you. It's abuse. It's manipulation. You steadily feed that child all of the negative stuff, so that way that child then takes that stuff in, and it alters that child's perception about who the non-custodial parent really is. The thought process is, whoever you're trying to make the non-custodial parent out to be, you decided to have a child by this person. You decided to bring the child into a situation such as this. That's why I said, ladies, don't even have a kid. If you have such a disdain for that man or such a disrespect for that man and don't want to respect him, don't have his kid. It's just that simple. Let's get to this.
Right. They can say, yeah, your dad don't love you, but if you're constantly telling you, hey, I love you, hey, I'm doing this because I love you, hey, I'm just calling because I love you, it's gonna be confusing for the child, but at the end of the day, like, it's not gonna add up. As soon as they get older and they're able to put together more and see situations for more than what, you know what I'm saying, see deeper into situations and understand more, you know what I'm saying, the proof's gonna be in the pudding.
Yeah.
But you have to be there first. You have to try. I'm gonna figure out a way to.
So, you guys right now that are just tuning in, I don't know if you guys caught the name. The guy that is talking, his name is Trippin' with Trip. That's TRIPPIN with Trip. If you guys want to hear the rest of this video, feel free to go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He looks like an up-and-coming content creator. Seems pretty mellow, down to earth, or whatever case may be. So salute to him. Fair use, goddamn. But salute to him. And I'm hoping that whatever his situation is, that it mellows out to a positive place, you know, where he can be with his children, and hopefully his content changes from, you know, co-parenting with a vindictive parent to co-parenting with a positive parent. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it changes it up. So I really hope that anybody that's going through the situation, you're not at your wit's end, you know, and you're not about to do something crazy and outlandish because you feel like no one is listening to you or whatever case may be. You don't feel like the courts is listening to you, family members, friends. You feel like everybody else is against you because of what somebody else is saying about you, and you just want to prove them wrong and speak up. Bruh, trust me, I get all that. I understand. Thought process is this: don't give up. Don't give up, and don't give in. Don't give in to the negativity. Don't give in to the rhetoric. Don't change the good person that you are, because that person wanted to deal with you for a reason. I'm going to say this again. That person wanted to deal with you for a reason. And whether they forgot that reason, whether they don't want your children to know how special and magnificent they really think you are, but since you don't choose them or choose that person, they have to throw some shade your way. And unfortunately, your children are collateral damage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tough Love. I am Mario J. Until next time, man, peace up. A daughter. A holla.